Okay, today we're going to look at the equation of a circle centered at 0, 0. Analytic definition of a circle. This is a circle is a set of points which are all the same distance from the central point. So notice that the center here to this distance should be the same as the center here to this distance, right there. That would be R, or this would be R. They should all be the same, okay? And the formula for this, I'll show this relatively quickly using the distance formula here, is that we have here an x and a y value, and this is how much it goes over in the x and how much over in the y. So we can think of this point, pxy, and r being r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. And the reason we can just do x squared plus y squared is because we're starting at center 0, 0 and just moving over x number of units, so whatever that unit is over, and we're going up y units. And that would give us the third side. This is just Pythagorean theorem here. If it was on the negative side, this is the fun fact here, and you drew a triangle there going over, it would be negative x, and it would be positive y. But when you square negative x, it becomes positive. So it really doesn't matter the fact whether x or y are positive or negative, because when you square them, they will become positive. So note that this implies also that if we take the square root of both sides, we would just get the square root of x squared plus y squared, like that. So this is the formula for a circle. So this is the formula for a circle with center 0, 0. All right, so it says here, example 1, determine the radius of a circle with equation x squared plus y squared equals 16. So you'll notice that this is looking a lot like this form right here, the r squared equals x squared plus y squared, x squared plus y squared. So let's just write it down below so we can see this. This is x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So we can see that here, the r squared value is 16. So if r squared equals 16, and we square root both sides, we get r equals 4. So we know the radius is 4 units. Okay, remember here that r is just representing the radius of that circle. Example 2. Consider the sketch of a circle. Determine the x-intercepts. So x-intercepts are here and here. They're at 2 and negative 2. The y-intercepts are up here and down there, so at 2 and negative 2. Or you notice a theme here. So this one's 2 and negative 2. And the x-intercepts are at 2 and negative 2. And the radius of this circle, well, some clear points are right here. So right here, the radius is 2. And it goes up 2 here and over 2 there, over 2 there. And because it's a circle, we know that this would also be 2. It's always 2. So we can write the equation for a circle using this formula, x squared plus y squared equals r squared. And because we said r equals 2, we have x squared plus y squared equals 2 squared. Or x squared plus y squared equals 4. We could look at Desmos here, and we could get a nice little image of this. And so x squared plus y squared equals 4 looks exactly like that. Let's just play around. If you did 5, you wouldn't get a really nice radius there, or 6, or 7, or 8. But if we went to 9, we would see that, oh, look at that. The radius of the circle is 3, the square root of 9. So the next nice circle that would have nice x and y intercepts would be at 16, and they would have x-intercepts of 4, and the next one would be 25 for the r squared value. Fun. It says determine the equation of a circle with radius r equals 5 2/3. All right, this is a little wonky. 5 2/3, if you remember, is equal to 5 times 3 plus 2 will give us the numerator. So 5 times 3 is 15, so that's 17 when we add 2. So this was 5 times 3 plus 2. We have 17 over 3. All right, same thing as before. X squared plus y squared equals r squared, and this time r is 17 over 3. So we say x squared plus y squared equals 17 over 3 squared. And that can work as an answer. 17 squared, I gotta be honest, I'm using a calculator for this one. So 17 over 3 squared, 17 squared is 289. So we get x squared plus y squared equals 17 squared over 3 squared, which is 9. So we get 289 over 9. That's it. And that can't be simplified. All right, next one. Sketch the circle with equation x squared plus y squared equals 0.09. So again, notice in this form, the r squared value is 0.09. If you take the square root of both sides of this equation, you'll get your r value, the radius, and that gives you 0.3. That's a little mind trippy. It got bigger, the number, not smaller when we square rooted this one. So we need to draw a circle. This whole thing, again, is focused on a circle with center 0, 0. So that means we need to go over 1, 2, 3. Let's make this right here 0.3, and up here 0.3, 0.3, and down negative 0.3. We'll make this one negative 2. And now the art of drawing in a circle. Good luck to you. Not my best. There you go. That's a circle with center 0, with center 0, 0 and radius of 0.3. Example 5. Determine the equation of a circle with a center 0, 0 and a diameter of 14 units. Well, if it's diameter, that means that when we look at the circle across, it's 14. Which means that the radius is half that amount, which is 7. So we have an equation of x squared plus y squared equals 7 squared, or x squared plus y squared equals 49. There we go. Another equation done today. All right, last couple questions here. Determine whether the point 4.3, negative 2.6 is inside, outside, or on the circle with equation x squared plus y squared equals 25. Well, notice that here the r squared value is 25, so r is 5. So if we were to draw this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have a x-intercepts. All right, and then I'm going to use my human self to draw a picture, which I think is pretty good, but I know it won't be perfect. There we go, that's my picture. Now we want to know, is the point A 4.3 and negative 2.6 in, out, or on the circle? So if I go to 4.3, it's about right there, and up, down, negative 2.6, I don't know. I'm going to make a big dot. I don't know. I'm just a human drawing a picture without too much accuracy, and I can't tell whether it's in, on, or outside. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, this is x and that's y, and let's plug it into the equation. So we go 4.3 squared plus negative 2.6 squared equals 25. All right, so if we do 4.3 squared, plus, and then put in brackets, negative 2.6 squared, we get 25.25 equals 25. Well, okay, those aren't equal, are they? Okay, so this does not work. But what we notice here is that 25.25 is greater than 25, right? which would tell me that it's asking for a radius that's slightly larger than what I have in this circle. So 4.3 and negative 2.6 is just outside of the circle. So it's outside. Let's try this again with, what about the point negative 3 and 4? So if we plug it in, we get negative 3 squared plus 4 squared equals 25. And we get 9 plus 16, which is 25, equals 25. Well, this tells us that it's actually right on the circle. So over 3 up. Yeah, my drawing wasn't so accurate. It was off there. And so it passes right through it. It's on the circle. All right. Last question. I should have included a graph, but we'll go with this. Determine the equation of a circle with center 0, 0 that passes through 7, negative 3. So let's say that's 7 and negative 3. So it's some circle that goes around. Wow, that's an ugly circle. You want to figure out what the equation would be. So the key question in here is, what is the radius of the circle? So to figure out the radius, you and I might think, hey, let's figure out the length of the radius. And remember the distance formula? In this distance formula, we said, hey, let's look at the what is the x value here and what is the y value? And we can use the Pythagorean theorem method to solve for the length. So a here, the length of a would be 7. B, the change in y would be, let's say, negative 3. And then c represents the radius of the circle. So we got 49 plus 9 equals r squared, and that's 58 equals r squared. Square root of that's going to be somewhere between 7 and 8, and that tells us that the equation is x squared plus y squared equals r squared. We're going to fill in our r squared value, which we know is 58, so it's x squared plus y squared equals 58. All right, that was overwhelmingly quick. If that was too quick, feel free to go back, watch a little portion of this video again, and try and figure it out a second time and see if you can pick up on the wording and the concept a little better. If not, you're welcome to go to the work associated to this lesson.